Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. This is your number one destination for World Cup 2026 match breakdowns and highlights. So hit that subscribe button right now and let's get straight into it, because Belgium have absolutely demolished the United States 4-1 at Seattle Stadium in one of the most emphatic and clinical performances of this entire World Cup. Charles de Ketelaere scored twice in the first half, Hans van Aken added a third, and Romelu Lukaku put the gloss on it in stoppage time to send the Red Devils into the quarterfinals, where they will now face Spain. And the USA's dream of a deep World Cup run on home soil has come to a crushing and heartbreaking end. But before we get into the football, we have to talk about the biggest off-field controversy of this entire 2026 World Cup tournament: the Fuller and Balogun red card saga that had the entire football world in absolute uproar. Balogun had received a red card in the round of 32 against Bosnia and Herzegovina, which should have ruled him out of this Belgium clash. But in an unprecedented and extraordinarily controversial move, FIFA lifted the suspension and cleared Balogun to play after United States President Donald Trump personally phoned FIFA head Gianni Infantino to make the case that the red card should be rescinded. The reaction from the football world was immediate and furious. UEFA released a scathing statement saying that when the certainty of rules is no longer guaranteed by its guardians, the integrity of the game is at stake. Belgian fans chanted FIFA Mafia during their pre-game march to Seattle Stadium, and the entire controversy completely overshadowed what should have been a brilliant round of 16 occasion. Belgium coach Domenico Tedesco said it perfectly: whether it's Balogun or anyone else, we have to win. We have to play better and we have to advance. And that is exactly what his team did in the most ruthless and dominant fashion. Belgium struck early when de Ketelaere beat the United States backline with a darting run to meet a low cross into the 6-yard box, finishing from close range in the 9th minute. And from that moment, Belgium were completely in control of this match. The United States had very little going forward in the early stages, but struck back in brilliant fashion in the 31st minute. Fuller and Balogun drew a foul just beyond the top of the penalty arc, and Malik Tillman stepped up to curl a stunning direct free kick beyond Thibaut Courtois, making Tillman the second player on record since 1966 to score 2 direct free kicks in a single World Cup, and the first USMNE player to score in consecutive World Cup knockout stage matches. What a goal, what a moment, and the Seattle crowd went absolutely wild with belief that the United States could pull off something extraordinary. But the joy lasted barely 2 minutes. De Ketelaere completed his brace just 33 minutes in with a header from close range, and Belgium's 2-goal cushion was restored, crushing the momentum of the American comeback before it had barely begun. Hans van Aken scored his first ever World Cup goal in the 57th minute to make it 3-1 and effectively kill the match as a contest. The United States were chasing the game, throwing men forward desperately, but every time they did so, Belgium cut them open with devastating efficiency on the counter-attack. Thibaut Courtois was magnificent in the Belgium goal whenever called upon, making crucial saves to ensure there was no route back into this match for the Americans. Christian Pulisic described it as a disappointing way to go out, and you could see the devastation on the faces of every single American player as Belgium controlled the closing stages with complete authority. And then came the final nail in the coffin. Romelu Lukaku dispossessed Chris Richards after tireless pressing from Van Aken and slotted calmly past the goalkeeper in the 90th plus 3rd minute to seal a stunning 4-1 victory and write his name even further into Belgian football history as the country's all-time leading goal scorer. The USA became the final co-host nation to exit this tournament after Canada and Mexico had already bowed out in the round of 16, and despite the heartbreak of this defeat, the United States can leave this World Cup with enormous pride. Under Mauricio Pochettino, who concludes the tournament with the most wins all-time at the World Cup for a USMNT manager, the Americans finished top of Group D, recorded their first knockout stage victory since 2002 with the round of 32 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina, and scored the most goals in a single World Cup in program history. That is a remarkable achievement and the foundation for something truly special at the 2030 World Cup. Belgium, on the other hand, are absolutely flying. Unbeaten in their last 18 matches, de Ketelaere at his brilliant best, Lukaku delivering when it matters most, and a blockbuster quarterfinal against Spain now awaits in Los Angeles. This World Cup is delivering drama and brilliance every single day, and we absolutely cannot wait for what comes next. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, share this video with all your football-loving friends, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our World Cup content. I will see you in the next one. Let's go.